guys, welcome back to Ronji Health Base. This is your girl Ronji, and as usual, every Friday we give you an episode that is, story time with Ronji. And today we are going to get another story. I don't just share these stories for the sake of sharing. Yes, I love talking, all right? I do love talking and engaging, but the reason why I'm sharing these stories is because they teach me such a profound lesson in life that I would love for you to get the same lessons, all right? And so today we are going to share yet another story. If this is the first story you are hearing on this channel, go ahead and make this your home, all right? So there was this time when my little baby was about 1 year, 3 months old. At that time, we hadn't sleep trained yet, okay? So we went to bed one night, and you know how it is. You play until they feel like sleeping. That is when you will be allowed to sleep, okay? And so we were playing on the bed. You know, baby games are boring. And you play with them because it's fascinating to them. It makes them happy. It makes them laugh hysterically. I think that night we were playing gongo. Gongo is a game between me and my girl whereby I get to lean or to lie flat on my tummy, and she climbs on my back, and then I will rise up a little and then start walking with my hands and my knees, slowly as she rides on my back, and that will make her feel so good. She will be so happy. She will be just excited and feeling good. And I will do that, and then after some time I turn around and come back to this other end of the bed. When I reach the end, I turn again and take her all the way to that other end. That game is boring for an adult, okay? But it's very interesting for the baby, and so because we love them so much, we are going to do the games with them, all right? So that particular night, we did that game, gongo. We walked on the back like that until I got exhausted. And so I thought, let me check on my phone. So when I touched my phone, I was going through, social media and stuff like that. Sometimes we do that, even with the babies, all right? And so when I tapped my phone, she came and interrupted. So I put my phone down and we played another game. I got bored again. So I took my phone again to check. And this time round, a picture of mine popped up. You know the way Facebook reminds you of a picture you had posted long time ago. And so as I was looking at it, she came, and this time round she did not interrupt. Instead, she looked at the photo with me, and so she stared at the photo, and I looked at her. And she really concentrated looking at the photo. And so I wanted to test her intelligence, okay? I wanted to know how much she knows about photos, or if she can identify me or any other person on the photo, okay? So I asked her very calmly. I wanted to see if she can identify me. So I leaned in and asked her, Mama, huyu ni nani? Looking at the photo, right? So she looked at the photo, looked at me, looked at the photo again, looked at me, looked at the photo, looked at me, and then finally I got her voice, all right? She said, nyonyo. And at first I thought she has ignored my question and she wants nyonyo. For those who don't know what nyonyo is, these are nyonyo, all right? At the time she was still breastfeeding, and I thought maybe she is demanding her breast milk so that she's bored with whatever question I had asked. So I just wanted to be sure. Is she demanding her breast milk, or is she answering my question? So I asked again, huyu ni nani? I held the photo close to her, and she looked at the photo again, looked at me, looked back at the photo again, looked at me, and she said the same word, nyonyo. So I wondered. I didn't know whether to be flattered or whether to feel insulted, because what I expected her to say is mama. That makes every mom feel, appreciated, feel identified. It's a unique name, especially when your child calls you mama. It hits differently. And that is what I was expecting. But just to make sure she's not confusing me, I asked her the third time. I said, Mama, huyu ni nani? Meaning, who is this? Looked at the photo, looked at me, at the photo again, looked at me, and said, nyonyo. Well, at this point, I was sure she is referring to me as nyonyo. And so I said, okay, Mama, you are a bright girl. Now come, let's breastfeed, let's have some nyonyo so that you can sleep. After she slept, it kept me thinking, who am I really? Who am I really? Because I could be so many things. To my husband, I'm a wife, I'm his babe, I'm all that nonsense names we call each other. To my boss, I'm an employee. To my friends, I'm my girl, I don't want to mention other names that we call each other with my friends. I am a lot of things, but to this baby, I am nyonyo. The only one thing she could identify me with, the only one thing that was relevant between me and her was nyonyo. Alright? And that is the only thing she could use to identify me with on that photo. And it got me thinking, sometimes it doesn't really matter what we think we are or what we say we are. It matters most what we give out to the other people. It matters most what they know us to be. What they say I am is what I'm projecting, and that is exactly who I am. You can't identify yourself. It is the people who receive whatever you're projecting that will give you a real identification of who you are. And so it humbled me in a way, because sometimes you might think you are doing everything okay and you are this kind of person. If you were told to describe yourself, you'd say I'm efficient, I'm this and this, I'm blah blah blah. But there's somebody somewhere looking at you and thinks you are nyonyo. You're not mama, you're not honey, you're not any of those things you think you are nyonyo, because nyonyo is what they get from you. And so nyonyo to me is a positive thing, alright? That is a mark of motherhood, that is something to be proud of, and that is a unique identification. Sometimes we are not nyonyo. And so who are you? Talk to me. Go ahead and chat with me in the comment section. Tell me who you are. And don't tell me who you think you are. Tell me what somebody else has said you are, alright? If you've had an experience like what I've had, tell me what they said about you, whether it's positive or negative. We are learning every day. Tell me how people are identifying you with, alright? Tell me what people think you really are in the comment section. Let me know who you are today. Have you had a similar experience? Share with us in the comment section. And what have you learned from this story? Alright? That we are not who we think we are. We are what we project. Let me say that again. We are not who we think we are. We are not what we think we are. We are what we project to others. Alright, so that lesson, let it sink, and until we meet again on Storytime with Ronji, it's been a pleasure and God bless you. If you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. And if this story was a blessing to you, go ahead and bless somebody else by sharing it with them. And until then, God bless you.